Okay, this is going to be the first in what I hope is a continuing series of vlogs that I'm going to be posting here on YouTube in regards to the RPG hobby and GMing, playing in RPGs, and the RPG experience in general. I've been playing in RPGs, either GMing, DMing, or playing in RPGs for a little over 20 years now. So I've seen a lot of products come and go. I've had experience in a multitude of different products and settings, be that science fiction, horror, fantasy, just what I feel is a fairly decent amount of knowledge on the subject, and I would like to share some of that with you, and hopefully future videos will deal with either certain products of the RPG hobby or certain aspects of game or gaming in the hobby itself. Now, the first products that I'm going to talk about in this little vlog that I'm putting together, one is Sly First is the Lazy Dungeon Master, and the other is Basic Fantasy role-playing game. Both of these products are new products that one was a gift from this Christmas, the Lazy Dungeon Master, that I received. The other is a recent purchase from Amazon.com, the Basic Fantasy role-playing game. And let's get right into it, shall we? The first product I want to talk about is the Lazy Dungeon Master by Sly Flourish. You can get this book either in PDF form or you can get a print on demand. I got mine at Lulu. I think they paid something like maybe $25 for a single copy. The copy came in, and I received it as a gift, and I have to say that it is very well put together. The binding's really good. There's some really interesting cover art on the front cover. And after reading the book, this book basically is for any GM or DM. It does talk about Dungeons and Dragons specifically in the book, but the advice in this book can be applied to any RPG out there. It really is a book for dungeon masters who have been playing the game for a while, and also for those dungeon masters who want to get the most out of DMing or preparing, setting up their weekly game. The core concept of the book is how to put the most effective amount of time and effort into preparing your game. It's about the pitfalls of over-preparing, the pitfalls of preparing in areas where we feel that we need to prepare, but in actuality, there's actually other areas where we need to prepare. Now, one question probably you will be asking is what differentiates this from a lot of other how-to GM or DM products, articles, magazine articles, or books out there. The one way that this cuts through and really stands on its own two legs is that Sly Flourish, Michael Shea, basically break the misconception that more is better. Now, we've all heard the term, less is more, but as dungeon masters and GMs, our creativity, we're creative individuals, and our creativity manifests itself within our preparation and our campaign. That's not to say that the focus of this book is basically taken away from that creativity. Rather, what is the focus of this book and the usefulness of this book is taking that creativity and putting it where we can get the most out of it in the least amount of time. It talks about the 3x5 index card, where you write down a few simple lines, and basically you have your framework for a game and you're off and running. It talks about the necessary or things that we need to do, pull back a bit, and about the unnecessary things that we do as or have done as dungeon masters or GMs, which is over prep and over prepare for material or materials that we don't need. It also goes a little bit into how to make improvisation a little more accessible, if that's even a correct way of describing it. at the gaming table. I've seen a lot of products in my time, and I have to say that this product alone was worth the price that was paid for it, and it definitely should be on any Game Master or Dungeon Master shelf. Whether you play fantasy type games, or you play strictly horror games, or you play strictly science fiction games, this game product, how-to product, is invaluable to even someone who has been playing games as long and running games as long as I have. Moving right along, we're going to discuss a little bit about the second product. It's called the Basic Fantasy Role-Playing Game. I had heard about this game on and off with the old school renaissance that has been going on for some years now. It is a old school renaissance retro clone. I picked this up at Amazon, brand new. I believe the asking price was $5 plus tax and shipping, so anywhere between $10 and $12 after all was said and done. The book and the information on the book, you can get it in either a PDF or a physical book. I actually got the physical book at www.basicfantasy.org. You're going to find that at this website they got the book either for sale as PDF or as print on demand. There's also some character sheets and other support material on the website. There is optional rules which can be downloaded as well. Rules that are not only the rules you find in the basic core book, but also other rules where you can add different components or little widgets to your game. Now, being an old school Renaissance type product, the closest I can really describe this product is it reminds me a lot of the Basic Rules Cyclopedia, which was actually a product that I've actually got on my shelf in very good condition. And if any of you would like me to do a review or talk a little bit about that product, I'll be more than willing, depending on the feedback I get for that. This old school type Renaissance product, the Basic Fantasy Role-Playing Game, is really old school in the sense that it has just 4 basic classes in the core book. You got Cleric, Fighter, Magic User, and Thief. You also have the Dwarf, Elf, and Halfling as classes of their own. This harkens back to the old basic Dungeons and Dragons from some 20 plus 30 years ago. It looks like a really fun game. You can do probably quite a bit with it. It has an extensive section on spells, an extensive section on monsters, an extensive section on the running of the game. You can also probably, even for a novice, put together, like let's say you had a bunch of people coming over who had never played for, or with, I should say, in an RPG. This would basically be a very good entry-level game to actually get into for just about anyone. Even a novice sitting down with character creation could probably get a character up and running within 20 to 30 minutes. It's very basic. It's very rules light. And you could probably use this game to run an extensive campaign and only use this book. The artwork, there's not much artwork in the book. The book itself has an amazing splash cover art. But there's just a wealth of information within this book, and I highly recommend it. And that pretty much covers it for those 2 products. If y'all have any other questions about the products, or if you have any specific questions of the contents of these 2 products, or anything else I can answer that wasn't covered in the actual recording, I'd be more than happy to talk to y'all either in the comments section or in a private message about it. And that pretty much wraps it up for this first part. And I hope to make another vlog here within the next few days and have that up and going on YouTube as well. In the meantime, continue to enjoy the hobby, continue gaming, and most importantly, have fun with the game.